Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And it's Simons in at the point. And for the Nets, they've got Markkanen. Josh Giddey is out there with Cam Thomas. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Now Simons, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. Pass to Riza Shea. And here's Daniels. He's guarded by Markkanen.
Well, Daniels is a big wing, and he is aggressive around the rim.
Outside, Markkanen. Off target from outside. And so Simons will bring it up for the Hawks. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Here's Simons after the basket by Brooklyn. 5 to shoot. Riza Shea sets the screen for Johnson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And so just over a minute and a half played. Markkanen finds Thomas. Back to Markkanen. Here's Claxton. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Johnson with a screen on Giddey. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Riza Shea. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Riza Shea has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
Now here's Giddey. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. Giddey against Simon. To the middle. And Okongwu slams it in.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Nets making a switch here. Whitehead's checked in. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Giddey. Fires the 3. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Simons surveying the D. Outside Daniel. To the inside. Here's Johnson. Here's Riza Shea. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Here's Thomas. Kicks it out to Markkanen. They get it back. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Thomas. Pass to Whitehead. Back to Thomas. 4 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here. And Giddey gets it to go.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
Now Simon hasn't made one yet. Now Riza Shea. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
Now here's Thomas. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And the defense was right there. But I bet Thomas doesn't even see him.
Count it.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Outside Thomas. Down low. Pass to Whitehead. From deep. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a win against Memphis. Here's Rizachet. Giddey defending. Now here's Simon. Back to Rizachet. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Whitehead. Rebound by the Hawks.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Okongwu is now starting, Jim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons, I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, they had a chance to take the lead, but at least he tied it up.
Pass to Whitehead. Harkinen from outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
How about the shooting stroke from Harkinen, appearing very comfortable pulling the trigger from deep.
Giddey against Simon. Now Okongwu. Stolen away. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Giddey. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Giddey's got 5.
And everyone loves running, especially a guy like Giddey.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Whitehead. Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bol comes in for Johnson. So let's head to the sideline, and we've got some news on Nick Claxton. Allie, what are they saying about the prognosis?
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Brooklyn. The bad news is he has a sprained ankle, and they're hoping that the swelling will go down. All indications are that he's able to play through it, and while this injury doesn't seem to be a lingering one, it's still something to monitor.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
Yeah, these bumps and dings happen to everybody in this league, but he'll get treated, and hopefully we'll see him soon.
Now here's Giddey. He has 5.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Simons, trailing here by 8. Pass to Richards. Wolf passes to Giddey. To the paint, here's Claxton, and that comes off the assist by Giddey. And it's a 10-point Nets lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Nets.
They're really bucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
That is downright unguardable. Simons knows when to go for it.
One thing is certain about Anthony Simons, the guy is a pure scorer.
Well, it comes so naturally to him. He's got a great handle, and he can get his shot off whenever he wants. Plus, he's got limitless range.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Giddey. From 13, tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Giddey against Simon. Here's Bol. 5 on the clock. Simons finds Rizachet. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. And now it's only a 5-point Brooklyn lead. Giddey against Daniels. Back to Giddey. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Hyman's on the wing. Pass to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And here is Thomas. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jones checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Thompson comes in for Cameron Thomas. And Demon subbed in for Josh Giddey.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Nets making a switch here. Freeman's checked in, and this is his first trip to the line tonight. And it's tied up with that one.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Here's Demon. Thompson left side. Here's Freeman. And nothing is falling for him right now. Mitchell dishes to Price. Outside, George. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter will be on the way. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside. Giddey looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Mitchell. Bol out there with Price. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Richards in at the 5.
Gives the team such a great... element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Wolf shot's good.
And Klay Thompson has never really been given credit as a playmaker, but I've always enjoyed watching him operate pick and roll.
Now, here's Mitchell. Scoreless thus far. Dort passes to Price. For 3, Mitchell. Good on the three-point shot. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Inside. Here's Demon. Covered by Mitchell. And it's Demon missing. And so Price will bring it up for Atlanta. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40%.
from downtown.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Let's see what you got.
Very nice.
For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Nick Richards. Johnson comes in for Bol. And Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Dort. Brooklyn with the ball, trailing by 4. Pass to Demon. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Demon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
And the Nets with possession here, following the bucket by the Hawks. Mitchell against Giddey. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
The Hawks working the ball around. Intercepted. Here's Demon. He has 5. Pass to Giddey. Here's Clowney. Here's Whitehead. Shot clock at 6. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Sharpe. And then Sharpe with the dunk. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Giddey surveying the D. Kicks it out to Markkanen. A three-pointer, no good. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson outside. Back to Okongwu. Unloads. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Outside, Markkanen. Good on the triple. Markkanen's got 6. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough. Length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. Feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Markkanen missing again.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
Those are the type of turnovers that kill you. Just an unforced error.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 5 assists tonight. Giddey against Mitchell. To the paint. He's looking for Price and finds him.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Knocked loose. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to Clowney. Over in the corner, Claxton. Markkanen from outside. Denied once again, misfiring at a 30% rate. He's 3 for 10 now.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Mitchell against Claxton. Price is in the post. Mitchell. Markkanen pulls it in.
Well, he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Giddey, no good.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets.
Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Whitehead. Atlanta also making some changes here. Bol, he's checked in for Okongwu. Miles Bridges comes in for Johnson. And it's Simons in for Mitchell. Now, here's Price. Pass to Sharp. Now, Bridges. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Nets leading by 3. Giddey with it. He's got 10. Here's the screen. Thomas against Sharp. Thomas passes to Claxton. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks trail by 3. Now, here's Price. Bol, a screen on Markkanen. Pass to Simons. Bol setting the pick for Simons. Rebound, Brooklyn. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here is Giddey. Now Thomas, defended by Sharp. Outside, Markkanen. They could use a bucket. The shot's good from Claxton. And it's 6 points for Nick Claxton. And so Simons will bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 5-point game. Bridges a screen on Giddey. Out to Price. From the arc. It's hauled in by Thomas.
We haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
He's off on that one. The Hawks trail by 5. Left side, Simons. Bol setting the pick for Simons. Counted. His second make in 4 attempts.
Nice move by Simons off that screen. It created the space he needed.
40 seconds left now here in the second. Claxton a screen on Sharp. Drops in the layup for 2. Claxton's got 8 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Markkanen against Price. Pass to Simons. Banked in off the glass. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Simons doing a great job creating separation off the dribble.
Thomas against Sharp. Thomas kicks to Markkanen. Outside Thomas. Over Sharp. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Claxton. And the Nets lead by 5. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 5. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
Welcome. Taking a look at the Hawks, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early going. Some people thought they might be an elite team.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Brooklyn Nets.
Well,
that'll do it for our show tonight.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
And, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch-up.
They've got Thomas. He's out there with Josh Giddey. Markkanen is out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the 4. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Here's Giddey following the bucket by the Hawks. Outside Thomas. Elbow shot is on the way. Rebound Atlanta. Now Sharp. Bridges a screen on Giddey. Here's Sharp. And the rejection by Claxton. To the inside. And he jams it with authority.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Simon. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It goes on Josh Giddey.
And guys with the scoring mentality of an Anthony Simons love to get those freebies every time.
And the Hawks making a change here. Daniels has checked in. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Now, here's Simon. 10 points for him. The putback, here's Richards, and that one is stuffed right through.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Now, Simon. After Lauri Markkanen misses from long range.
And this is his primary role out here. Score the basketball. And if he gets hot, it's almost impossible to stop him.
Now, here's Giddey. 12 points for him. Back to Markkanen. Outside Thomas. Puts up a three. And again. No good by Brooklyn.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Simons. Shakes him. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkanen. Wow.
How about that creativity right there? This is what makes Simons such a handful.
Outside, Markkanen. Down low. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Outside Daniel. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Simons against Giddey. Claxton with the steal. It's Giddey with the drive. Thomas gets the bucket. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Atlanta, Markkanen sets the pick for Giddey. 3-pointers off the mark.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And the dunk by Risacher.
Yeah, if you give Risacher a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Giddey the pass to Markkanen. Back to Giddey. Here's Clowney. Shoots the three. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 5 rebounds tonight, and their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Daniels against Giddey. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Thomas. Markkanen looking it over. Jacks up a 3. Bridges with the board.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Pass to Daniels. To the middle. Here's Richards. And that one is hammered home.
And that's one of Daniels' greatest attributes, his poise as a playmaker.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. The Nets making a switch here. Demons checked in. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Nick Richards. Jalen Johnson comes in for Miles Bridges. Price is checked in for Risacher. And it's Mitchell in for Anfernee Simons. Outside, Markkanen. Claxton a screen on Price. Markkanen passes to Claxton. Good, nice job down low. Claxton's got 12.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
To the paint, here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
Now, here's Mitchell. 8 points for him. Over Demon. Offensive rebound. Johnson kicks to Daniels. Okongwu with the screen for Daniels. Tries again. The shot by Okongwu, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. The pass to Clowney. Here's Demon. Covered by Mitchell. Outside Thomas. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Markkanen with the block.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible
And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
Oh, here's Giddey. He's got 12. Here's Mitchell. Outside Daniel. Back to Mitchell. A rebound by the Nets.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
For Brooklyn, they have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one early. Yemen, he's checked in for the Nets. And a change for the Hawks. Sharp's checked in. And he can't hit the second. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Giddey against Mitchell. And there's the drive. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Thompson with it. Launches it. Doesn't go that time. What a performance from Anthony Simons. He has been the story for the Atlanta Hawks. He finished. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Jalen Johnson. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Price, and it's Cole in at the 5 spot. And here's Price for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Nets trail by 3. It down.
And if he sniffs the rim. He's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now, here's Sharpe. Fires for 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Thompson outside. That's the free fly. Rebounded by the Hawks. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Sharpe. Back to Mitchell. He's looking for Ball and finds him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Thompson. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Dort, he's checked in for Mitchell. Up top, Claxton. Back to Giddey. Up and in on the layup. Giddey's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And here's Sharpe. Price outside. Back to Sharpe. Back to Price. Releases. No good. Shot missing.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And we talk often about Bowles' scoring ability, but they're nice dime from the big fella.
Pass to Wolf. Now here's Giddey. Buries it down low.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
To the inside. Poked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. To tie it up. And the layup is good. Giddey's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Oh, and the jam by Sharp.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give... them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Pass to Claxton. Now here's Giddey, defended by Sharp. Claxton a screen on Price. Pocket 6. The offensive rebound. Claxton with the bucket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
With the crossover. Price, right side. Bowles setting the pick for Price. Back to Sharp. Goes up on the wing. The rebound by Demon. The Nets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Now Sharp. Back to Bowl, and we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. For Brooklyn, Downey's checked in, and it's Markkanen in for Whitehead. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Giddey against Daniel. Markkanen from outside.
Well, he was shooting the ball from deep in the first half, but he's come up dry ever since.
Simons against Thomas. Pass to Rizeshe. And a wide open look for Daniel. No good on the 3. Here's Thomas. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Hawks leading. Here's Simons. Bridges outside. Pass to Daniel. Bridges a screen on Giddey. Here's Daniels. Brooklyn with the rebound. Giddey with it. Inside. Here's Claxton, and it's sent back by Okongwu. Here's Rizeshe, Giddey defending, and that one's good, Rizeshe.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kicks it out to Markkanen for the three. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his 5th assist in this one. Giddey against Simon. Here's Bridges. Oh, the dunk!
There's a fearlessness that Bridges brings to this team. He just welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Markkanen outside. Here's Clowney. Now Thomas to tie it up. No good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Giddey against Simon. Outside Bridges. Now Reza Shea. He'll put it up there. Up again. Oh, softly lays it in.
How about the balance and focus? Knock Bridges around all you want, but he is determined to score.
And that one falls for Bridges. Here's Thomas.
Last 2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
Okongwu pulls it down. Atlanta leading by 6. On the wing, Daniels. Giddey defending. That one is good.
And as a scorer, Daniels can really work inside with that size.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. And stolen by Simon. Daniels with it now. Thomas defending. Outside Daniel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Reza Shea with it. Daniels misses the deep 3. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And down it goes.
Yeah, Thomas can spread his selection out on the floor, which keeps the defense guessing.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bol comes in for Miles Bridges. Simons against Giddey. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Bounce checked in for Atlanta.
Number 2.
Giddey against Simon. Here's Sharp. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Markkanen.
No time to waste on this possession.
They're going to have to act quickly right here.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Simon. And he commits the intentional foul.
4th personal foul. 3rd team foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Anthony Simons. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're behind by 8. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
Launches from deep. Does not go in. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So the Hawks take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie